Hey Liam, it's Dad. It's the 4th of September 2015, which means that the pumpkin spice latte came back to Starbucks today. So I actually got to go there today. Got to get to go there. Got to go there. Got to get to go there. I'm not restarting the video. Got to get to go there. I went to Starbucks, had a pumpkin spice latte, which if you're less than 10, 11, you might not have tasted these yet because, quite frankly, I'm going to save drinking coffee for a few years later. However, these things are amazing, alright? They do something to these drinks that make them stand out from the rest of the drinks at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, anywhere makes coffee. And so it's just this amazing time of the year. Definitely beats Christmas time and time again. And I have a lot of good memories drinking some pumpkin spice lattes with a bunch of different people, including your mom, back in 2011 when we went on one of our first dates together. So, so now I'm gonna teach you some history of September 4th throughout the years. So, got one thing written in my notebook that was actually on the plan of the day at work today that I wanted to jot down and share with you. Let's see. Let me find it first, of course. Okay, so I got that ready. So, alright, here we go. 1886, American Indian Wars. After almost 30 years of fighting, Apache leader Geronimo, with his remaining warriors, surrenders to General Nelson Miles in Arizona. I picked that to read to you because, as you know, we are part Apache, so I think it's important that we kind of know a little bit of our history of Apache. So I think one of these days for social studies, for home lessons, we're going to actually research into Apache culture and learn about their history. 1888, 2 years later, George Eastman registers a trademark Kodak and receives a patent for his camera that uses roll film. So your grandma, grandpa, both grandpas actually, your aunts and your mom definitely love using cameras, and they'll talk your ear off on photography. So some of them might love Kodak, some of them might dislike it, but to me it's just another company. Whatever. So I wrote down 1941, the U-652 German U-boat attacks the USS Greer, which is it's a fast attack diesel submarine that was in the United States Navy, which was tracking the U-boat near southeast Iceland. So the Greer got damaged by the U-boat, and after it did that, it had to surface, and it dropped depth charges, which actually some of them damaged the U-652. So I thought it was pretty cool because it's not every day you get to learn about things like submarines or tanks or any of this cool other military stuff getting to interact with each other in combat. And it's definitely, submarines and carriers are two big things in the Navy that if you're on a destroyer or submarine, you definitely want to attack those because they either have a lot of people from the opposing side, or it's just very expensive, obviously. So you're taking down a heavily equipped piece of technology that country has that can do many terrible things to our country. So that was pretty much a stalemate, but better than the U-boat taking us down. So 1981, Beyonce, Queen Bee, is born. So I'm sure you'll hear some of her songs, and they'll be oldies by the time you're like 10 years old. Maybe she'll be producing music by then, but it won't be as good as Single Ladies and all these other hits that I'm in love with, like Crazy in Love with Jay-Z. Please don't look up any of her songs. Oh my goodness. 1998, Google is founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin, two students at Stanford University. I don't even know if they knew what they were getting themselves into. In 2006, on a sad note, Steve Irwin died. Steve Irwin was the crocodile hunter who he would wrestle with many crocodiles, both in the wild and at his exhibit in Australia. And he went out and he was recording for one of his shows, and a stingray or manta ray actually stabbed him with their barb, and it stopped his heart. So he's survived by his wife and daughter, but he was a great man, and he really cared about nature, and everyone watched his show. I don't know a single person that didn't watch his show in the late 90s to early 2000s, but he's a really great man. So then, from Time Hop, right, some daddy history, here we go. 3 years ago, 19, and in the Navy. Why are the voices in my head British? Which, of course, comes from one of the videos that is on my computer from Ethan and Alec, hanging out with them. And I was acting like they were my thoughts in my head, and as you know, they're part British, so I was goofing around saying that, why are the voices in my head British? So, pretty silly. 4 years ago, I'm 18, so this is I'm still, yep, this is first year in the Navy. So, Sleeping Beauty and, oh no, this is before the Navy, future sailor Benjamin Wemkin. Sleeping Beauty entangled with the Sibs and some kids. Next time we're watching superhero movies. So that's when we were in Michigan with your Uncle Brandon and Aunt Amy, and so the adults had to leave, leaving Aunt Bettina, Aunt Bethany, myself with Mackenzie and one of Uncle Brandon and Aunt Amy's friends' daughters. And so we ended up watching Tangled and Little Mermaid, or not Little Mermaid, sorry, Sleeping Beauty. But Dad was singing the songs, and Dad was saying the lines of the movie, not the girls. So they're actually good movies. So I'm sure you'll watch them. 5 years ago, 2010. So I am in high school at this point. Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. And that's lyrics from Drake's Best I Ever Had. So hopefully Drake is long gone by the time you're 2. He's not that great of an artist. But that's one of his good songs, I'd say. And I like that. That's something he probably said just to appeal to women out there. Just so they listen to his song. But honestly, that's how I feel about your mom. So I definitely back him up on that 100%. Doesn't matter if she's got all her makeup, she's in a dress and heels, and she's going to some Navy ball or something with me, or if she's at home in pajamas, just haven't taken a shower in 3 hours. She looks amazing no matter what. 6 years ago, so 6 years ago, I'm 16, like a sophomore, I think, in high school. Well, of course, yeah, sophomore, holy cow. I'm a big kid now, off to school again. I don't know what that has to do with anything. All in all, a good day. Go and go the game later. Hey, so 6 years ago, I was messing up statements just like I did earlier in this video. Holy cow. So it was Larkin versus Oswego East. But that wasn't that great of a game. It's football, of course, but whatever. Football is a horrible sport, as you know. Oh, dude, some crazy bad stuff happens, and that shouldn't. Why does this crap always happen to me? So, that's just gonna happen to everybody. I don't know why 16-year-old Benjamin, aka your dad, had to complain, but that's just part of life. Things are gonna happen, and we gotta work through it. The way you deal with it matters, but honestly, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna have to put up with it, and that's a fact, alright? That's not to discourage you, but the sooner you accept it, the sooner your life will be more fruitful and joyful to the Lord. and to yourself, obviously. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into Genesis 9, God's covenant with Noah, and I'm going to end with the sons of Noah, which is also chapter 9. Genesis chapter 9. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall upon all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds of the air, upon every creature that moves along the ground, upon all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves will be food for you, just as I give you the green plants, and now give you everything. But you must not eat meat that has its lifeblood still in it, and for your lifeblood I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand an accounting from every animal, and from each man too. I will demand an accounting for the life of his fellow man. I kind of like that because the thought of eating a cow, a chicken, or any other uh, animal that we normally eat after it's been killed and we process the meat with whatever we process it with. Hopefully it's organic. But yeah, no, that just doesn't sound good. All right, we're not a bunch of savages, all right? So yeah, I like it grilled. I like it. I like to see it packaged by the time I get to it. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God has God made man. Basically supporting what will be one of the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not murder. So obviously God created man in his own image, his own likeness, and he really loves man, and he loved Adam, he loves Noah, he's gonna show his love to everyone else throughout this Bible, and he's gonna show his love to you and to me, but he doesn't want us just killing each other, and that's what's happening throughout all the world. Alright, you got countries like Syria and Iran, Egypt teaming up against countries like Israel, even though Israel's very capable, alright? Very capable. You got these terrorist groups from all these different countries, like ISIS, targeting different military families. I think that's such. I think it's ridiculous, and I don't know how our leaders could stand for that. So we need to pray for our leaders that they can make wise decisions and that they wouldn't just fall into whatever political, stereotypes and scenarios that they would fall into. But honestly, we're losing men and women every day, whether they be military, police, firefighter. People just want to kill us to kill us. We're Americans. So many people hate us. We're Christians. So many people hate us. So yeah, you're an American, hopefully Christian. So there's a lot of people that just want to kill you, and that is not what God would have us do. God would have us all embrace each other and love each other as He loves us. So just try to remember that there's people that just need to be loved, and they're gonna be hard to love. We need to love them, and there's a certain degree to how you can approach that kind of love. It's not gonna be the same as the love to your best friend, but we do need to work on loving our enemy. As for you, be fruitful and increase in number, multiply on the earth and increase upon it. Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, with every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, and all the wild animals, all those that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be cut off by the waters of the flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. So that's a covenant, right? We talked about that in one of my last videos. So this is God making the covenant. It's not a human making a covenant with another human, or a human making a covenant to God. It's God making a covenant to to man, which is really nice to see because it kind of brings God down to earth, really. Which obviously He isn't one of us, but He puts Himself sort of with us, and He realizes that He's never going to do this again. because this definitely changes the way things are, and obviously impacts the world. It still kind of does in a way, if you really want to think about it. We can talk about this sometime. God said, "This is a sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth, and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind of the earth." So God said to Noah, "This is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and all life of the earth." That's awesome. Alright, Sons of Noah, just several verses, and then we're on to chapter 10 for next time. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. Canaan. Yeah, look up these names sometime. These were the three sons of Noah, and from them came the people who were scattered over the earth. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness and told his brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulders. When they walked in the backward and covered their father's nakedness, their faces were turned the other way so that they would not see their father's nakedness. Because why would they want to see that? Alright? That's got to be a weird sight. I like that it brings up the vineyard because obviously that's a awesome church plant in this country that I've been a part of, and I love vineyard. I've never been to a vineyard of wine though, and that's what it really is for. And looks like Noah had a good day after this little cruise. He's got some booze, just hanging out, got naked. And his sons are like, "Dad, that's disgusting." Put some stuff on. They didn't wake him up, which is cool, you know. Note to self, Liam. You know, not waking up Daddy from his nap. It's probably one of the coolest things you can do. "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves. Will he be to his brothers?" He also said, "Ooh, I missed the part. Hold on. When Noah woke from his wine and found out that his youngest son had done to him, he said, 'Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves. Will he be to his brothers?' He also said, 'Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend the territory of Japheth. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his slave.' After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Altogether, Noah lived 950 years, and then he died." So you kind of see being brought full circle back to the chapter 5, from Adam to Eve. No, holy cow. From Adam to Noah, where it just keeps going on in the accounts of from this guy to that guy. So now Noah has those three children, which are now men, and now Noah passes away, or at least it says he's gonna die at that age. We see one of his sons being kind of goofy, and so Noah wakes up. He's like, "Oh, huh? Oh, you're a jerk. You're a brat. Shem, you're awesome, but dude, like, come on." So Japheth is under the radar. Good job, Japheth. You probably were the smartest of the three. Now, I gotta say, we should do some more research on Noah sometime, because Noah is one of those characters in the Bible that definitely anyone that even doesn't know anything about the Bible knows the name Noah. So let's talk more about Noah sometime, alright? In the meanwhile, your mom texted me. I think she would like to talk now. Yep, she's ready to talk. So I'm going to get off this video, sign out. I'll make another video later, hopefully, if roommate support. And I just look forward to seeing your face, hopefully, on Skype here in a few minutes. I love you so much, Liam, and I hope you treat your mom nicely.